when a movie starts, oh god, I hope my phone sound isn't on, and it's like, but me in reality hasn't had sound on my phone since 2007.
Just 2007? Like, I don't think I ever had my phone on.
No, I remember mine. Well, I always had to have sound on mine because it was always like. Well, my phone was always. I had like my old phone never. The vibrate was stopped working, so. I would always be like.
So you're that asshole.
Yeah, like my phone vibrate just stopped, so I was like, I gotta have something on, and I'll never know anyone texted me ever. Which was really fun coming out of movies, because then I'd be like, and then notice there was no one texting me, and I'll be
honestly, anyone under the age of 40 who has their phone ringer on is not to be trusted. Yeah, let's be honest here.
What?
Yeah. If you're under 40,
Unless,
your phone has a ringer.
Unless you're expecting a call from like a hospital. Turn the ringer
But
off.
like, if you're expecting a call from the hospital, why are you there already?
Yeah, exactly. Really.
What? Okay, I have a really specific situation in mind. I wasn't gonna go into it, but like...
You are now.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so like over the summer, one of our cousins was having a kid, and her parents, like, they don't have to be at the hospital 24/7, but our cousin might get a call.
Do you want to ballpark what their age is?
What?
I said this rule applies to people under 40.
Oh.
Alright, man.
Shit.
Well,
I know for a fact that these people are over 40.
alright, I'm going home.
No, we just started. You can't even get out. You can't even get. Welcome to the Weekend Fan Club.
I hate this.
Look at that wave for me level here. How many cold opens end with everyone screaming?
Not enough.
Not yet.
Not enough.
Yeah, welcome back to the Weekend Fan Club. I'm here 2 weeks in a row.
I know. Round of applause, honestly.
It's 2 weeks sober.
Two? Pretty much.
Here's your pin.
I think the pin is actually candy corn. Let's just rip that.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so Jacob just blew my goddamn mind right before we started recording. He was like, man, no, who the fuck likes candy corn? While I am sitting...
So that blew John's mind. No one's gonna do
I'm not gonna lie.
Fucking...
I set the whole thing off because I saw John's candy corn there. I had a feeling Jacob didn't know that John was one of these weirdos.
What do you mean one of these weirdos?
So I'm pretty sure a lot of people have the general opinion of candy corn sucks butthole. Here, let me...
We're all gonna take a bite.
Yeah,
okay.
I can kind of smell. I don't remember what it just smells like sugar. You're all passing down.
There you go.
Pretty sure that's what it is.
Passing around.
Alright, gents, we're touching
This
corn.
is so...
Alright, yeah.
Cheers. Cheers to the corn.
Cheers to the cash.
Children of the corn.
I already hate this.
You took one bite!
This is like a cake frosting flavored jelly bean.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Oh, it's truly retro.
Are you kidding me?
It's fine.
But yeah. No, it's not
It
fun.
does taste like cake frosting. That flavor is going to be in your mouth at least for the next hour.
Oh!
Well,
it tastes horrible.
Do you want another one?
No!
Are you sure?
Yes!
I'll have another one.
It's not terrible. But
Connor, you can have one.
It's like eating cake frosting.
That's exactly what
like
it is.
It feels like if I eat too many, I'm going to go lightheaded and have a fever dream or something.
If I melted
It's a delicacy. It's not supposed to be something you take like fistfuls of.
If I melted that down and spread it over a muffin...
Is that what delicacy means? Is that you eat some?
Yeah. You're not supposed to fucking gorge yourself on it. It's just like...
no, yes. But like that's what delicacy means.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought delicacy just meant like it's a good food.
Yeah, well, I mean, it can mean that as well. It's mostly just like you can have it once in a while, you know what I mean? And it's seasonal, so it's not like I'm fucking hammer fisting these all year round.
I would really hope.
Okay, but you have eaten like 5 since the episode started.
Can you stop fucking judging? No one would have even known if you stopped calling me out on it. God damn it.
Hey, John, is that tape on your leg?
No, it's not. But to be fair, when I got to work, when I was leaving work today at like
a good long
4:30, I was leaving work at like 4:30, and I was like, "Well, time to put on my coat and leave." I looked down, and there was tape on my leg. And I was like, I better take this off before I get fucking called out
It
again.
sucks about having tape on your pants that you can't lint roll it off.
Yeah, exactly, right? You can't lint roll away
You
the...
can't lint roll off.
I usually do that
It's
on
like a lint roller.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember I used to do that at work, actually. I'd, like, take, like...
Yeah.
We wouldn't have lint rollers, so I would just, like, take tape,
Yeah, it's a
put it around my hand, and just start, like...
That's fair. Makes
patting
sense.
myself. Yeah. So, you know.
If you think about it, the candy corn's kind of the tape on pantses
Really?
of this episode.
Oh, look,
What?
there's
What
a
are you
candy corn on my leg.
You know, it's just a source of chaos to break the ice.
What the fuck?
Okay, I see what you're saying. But, unequivocally, if I did melt that down and spread it over a muffin, you couldn't tell the difference between soda
absolutely.
and that shit.
Absolutely.
So that is not good.
Listen, Jacob, you guys come into my house, okay? I offer you candy corn.
I'm being
We're all
real.
in agreement of the premise, but then our conclusions are different.
Now-
I'm not sure
to be fair,
I'm not sure what
candy
the point
corn?
is.
Now, candy corn, I'll... Like, absolutely. We ever see, like, those, like, candy little pumpkin things? It's it's essentially the exact same thing, but way fucking heavier and, like, in a bigger, thicker mound.
It's like 3 candy corns.
Yeah, no, that's...
the shape of a
Oh,
pumpkin.
no. Like, if I'm eating candy corn, I'm gonna have one at a time. I'm not gonna take, again, like I said, a whole fistful and shove them in my mouth because I'm not insane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have, like, 1 or 2 and be like, that's fine.
Yeah, but
Put it away.
I will give props to candy corn. Like, it is probably the most iconic Halloween candy.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know why, but
Yeah.
it is.
I mean,
Really?
I mean, realistically, it's like, hey, look, corn for harvest for you know October the season, and then it's also made of sugar, which is also the season, I guess.
Yeah.
I looked way too
Seems
deep
like
into
something
that.
we could get rid of.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
I think it's just
No!
old
Yes.
people were not creative.
Like
my
daylight
fucking God.
savings time. I feel like we can just get rid of
We
it.
cannot get rid of daylight savings.
Yes, we can.
No, we literally can.
Yes, we can.
How? Why?
Daylight savings time kills people.
What?
Actually
It
does.
straight up
The
kills people.
1 hour difference is enough for someone who is at high risk to have a heart attack.
What the fuck?
True story.
And then you also got like the traffic collision statistics.
Okay, get rid of the. I don't know. Get rid of fucking daylight savings for people with bad hearts.
They should also probably get rid of candy corn.
Is there a
with
suggestion
bad
they should
hearts.
live in an alternate time reality?
Yes. Just fucking throw them out. Put them somewhere.
No,
else.
you,
I don't know. It's my heart's starting to feel weird.
no, you can't live in the same reality as us. You have a weak heart.
Yeah.
what a way
Some
to
Game of
explain
Thrones
someone.
shit right there.
We're talking about Halloween today. Okay?
Are we?
Yeah. No.
The scariest thing of all, heart
the
attack.
scariest thing of all, heart attacks. Dying alone.
Dying alone because of time.
So we're actually we're close to the witching hour. Is tomorrow? Okay, so one thing I never understood. All Hallows Eve, is that
The day before.
that is the day before Halloween, right?
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Halloween's because November 1st is All Saints Day.
Yeah. So there's
thought
All
that-
Hallows Eve, Halloween, and then All Saints Day.
Or is it All Hallows Eve and then All Saints Day?
I don't
Or is
know.
Halloween All Hallows Eve?
That's why I always considered All Hallows Eve as like the eve of
Yeah.
Halloween. You know
But
what I mean?
Halloween itself
I
is
wasn't
an eve
going to
to
make it a big deal. but
Yeah.
you did to me.
You just fucking sneezed on the podcast?
What the fuck?
We gotta start all over again.
Okay, here's the thing.
I don't think we've ever sneezed on the podcast.
I don't think I can say I don't like how we've ever said like this is a pact we made together. I'm gonna sneeze.
Okay,
So
Oh
now
my
I'm wondering how much of a like cultural and religious precedent is there for Halloween then? Like I figured it was more of a manufactured thing, but if it has a day after it, that
wanna-
they talk about at church,
Do you want to segue into?
All Saints Day.
Do you want to segue into everyone's worst favorite part of the podcast?
Is
John looks
Halloween-
up the thing on his phone.
Yes.
Is Halloween actually like
John
a
looks
Christian
up the
day
thing
of
we're
evil?
talking
I don't-
about
I
on
don't-
his phone.
Shut up, John. You look it up on your phone.
Thank you.
I don't think it's... Maybe it's in the Catholic Church. I'm a Protestant.
Yeah, that's the thing.
so, like,
No, at our church, we definitely have been to church November 1st, and they're like, All Saints Day, yeah.
screw you, Halloween.
All Saints Day, not just the important ones, all of them.
No,
Yeah,
not the
that's true.
fucking. Not the movie.
What's that?
There's a movie called All Hallows Eve?
No, Halloween. I just searched Halloween and it was just like, you mean Jamie Lee
Halloween.
Curtis? And I'm like, no.
It's Halloween.
Halloween or Halloween. a contraction of Hallows Even or
That's
Hallows
okay.
Evening.
You don't have to explain yourself.
No, it's like Halloween, but the little dash, like
It's
little
Eve as in evening, not as in the day before.
Also known as All Halloween, All Hallows Eve, or All Saints Eve.
All Halloween.
Celebration observed
I like
in a number
that
of
name.
countries on the 31st of October and the eve of the West Christian feast of All Hallows Day. It begins the 3-day observance of All Hallowtide, the time of
All Hallowtide.
of
That's
liturgical year
Uh-huh.
dedicated to remembering the dead, including saints, hallows, martyrs, and the faithful departed. Huh.
The more you know.
Observed by Western Christians and many non-Christians around the world. Significance: first day of All Hallowtide. Celebration: trick-or-treating, costume parties, making jack-o'-lanterns, lighting bonfires, divination.
Those are
That's spiked.
Those are all on the same level.
I love how, like, and the one before it says, like, lighting bonfires, divination, apple bobbing.
Carving jack-o'-lanterns. Summoning the dead.
Haunted houses. Observances: church services, prayer, fasting, and vigil.
I have never once heard of a church service on Halloween.
That sounds like it would be either the best or the worst
Yeah.
church service.
You're
I
either
think
going in like, woohoo,
I
this is
think,
gonna be weird as shit.
I think it all depends on whether or not like the priest dresses up in a costume. If he
Oh
doesn't,
yeah, if he doesn't dress up in a costume, I'm out.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm
But
tempted
like
to
if
go
he
to
marches onto the stage, like it
Full
doesn't have
wiener
to be-
costume.
It doesn't have to be creative. No, I'm thinking like he just marches on the stage dressed as Darth Vader.
Oh yeah, okay. That works.
On Halloween in Poland, believers were once taught to pray out loud as they walked through the forest in order that the souls of the dead might find comfort.
Out loud.
Thanks, Poland.
Thanks, pulling you.
In
creepy
Spain,
fuck.
Christian priests in tiny villages toll their church bells in order to remind the congregants to remember the dead.
Tiny seems a bit.
In Ireland, and among immigrants to Canada, a custom includes the Christian practice of abstinence, keeping All Hallows Eve a meat-free day and serving pancakes.
Oh, free.
Yeah.
Wait, you say abstaining for a meat-free day?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Huh? Huh?
Well, let me tell you, I'll practice that one.
That-
Every single
I'm in.
especially this one.
What's Cole Cannon?
How do you spell call?
Traditional Irish dish made of mashed potatoes and kale. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. What does that have to do with?
No, it said like the Irish also they serve Cole Cannon. I'm like,
It
okay.
just sounds like a cannon you launch coal out.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's true.
Ooh. Do you wanna hear one of the prayers?
I guess.
Sure, man.
I don't want to get too preachy. O Lord our God, increase we pray thee, and multiply upon us the gifts of thy grace, and that we who do prevent the glorious festival, all thy saints, many of thee, he be enabled joyfully to follow them in all virtuousness and godly living, through Jesus Christ our Lord, who liveth and reign with thee in the unity of the Holy Ghost, ever one God, world connected on and amen. And then there's like shitty dollar store cameras at Walmart.
What?
On the right under that prayer is like $1.77 4 motif candles at Walmart.
That prayer seemed like some pretty standard stuff. I was hoping for some more Satan shit.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Like,
same here, man.
Yeah. I was really hoping to up the ante there with some demonic
Oh
shit.
wait, hold on. It shows like what all different people neo-paganism. There you go. There's no
So
consistent
like the chilling
rule.
adventures of Sabrina?
I guess I don't know. Hold on, now let me see.
How far down this rabbit hole are you going, John?
I just wanted to see what the pagans were doing. What Connor said. I wanted to see what it had to do with like.
Yeah, remember when Connor said, "I want to know what the pagans are doing"?
Yeah, me too, dude.
Man, we were at church not too long ago, and they really did go in on the Satan shit. They were talking about Job and like
Ooh,
something about like him just going through absolute, not literal hell, because that's got a specific meaning in
Yeah.
this context, but like, you know.
Man, that
figurative
sucks.
hell,
Real talk
being
though.
beat-
Story
like,
of Job's
beat to
like.
shit.
Story
And
of Job
That
is
sucks.
truly wretched.
That sucks.
killed and stuff.
I think the story of Hosea is only second to Job.
Yeah, Job's like, damn.
Yeah.
All right, sucks.
It was really weird because I hadn't been to church in so long, and then
And then they just ripped that band-aid
Yeah.
off.
and I was just like, oh wow.
Yeah. So it says here, some neo-pagans do not observe Halloween, but instead observe Samhain on the 1st of November. They do enjoy Halloween festivities.
Max Payne?
He's just some guy.
I don't know what's it called.
I don't want to observe.
Hey,
Halloween.
Sam! Oh, shit.
here we go. The
How-
Wiccans. The Wiccans don't officially celebrate Halloween, despite the fact that 31st October will still have a star beside it in any good Wiccan day planner.
Is that just a shot at any...
Wiccan day planner?
Is Wiccan...
There are good and bad ones?
Yeah. There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
Like, I
Holy
don't know,
shit.
Did the person who wrote this, do they sell Wiccan day planners?
Anybody
I'm
with a
really
Any
upset.
halfway decent Wiccan day planner will have your star next to All Hallows Eve, even if we don't officially celebrate it.
I'm really upset
You can
there's
check
no...
our official Facebook page for more info.
I'm really
Like
upset
and
there's no
subscribe.
link for Wiccan day planner.
It is, it's a plug.
Right?
That's really weird.
Starting at sundown, Wiccans celebrate a holiday known as Samhain. Samhain actually comes from old Celtic traditions, not exclusively neo-pagan religious like Wicca.
Okay.
What do? Periods treated as a time to celebrate darkness and the dead. Possible reason why Samhain can be confused with Halloween.
Because it's the exact same.
So
Exact same.
yeah, that's what I was just. So it's
I figure
fucking
if they
insane.
aren't totally embracing the Halloween thing, does that mean that they don't like it? Do they like,
I don't
hate
know,
negative
man.
witch stereotypes?
Oh,
But like, what?
who doesn't
What?
like witch stereotypes? I'm kidding.
The witches, maybe. I don't know.
But like, what is the point of being a witch? I guess they could also ask me the point of what's being a Christian. That's fair.
Yeah.
But like, it's just like I haven't met a lot of witches.
Mm.
Met lots of Christians. A lot of them friggin' suck.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Well,
Jacob.
I've met a couple witches.
Sure.
I know a couple people who are like, "Yeah, man, I'm totally a witch." And I'm like,
Okay, so
"Sure, Jan.
sure, bud.
Sure."
Alright, Janet.
So
Get back on cash game.
Yeah. All right.
is it kind of like they like do they have rights? Do they have?
It's more like they're like, you know what? To be fair, like the way, if you've seen like that new Sabrina show, the way they portray it is
Like
pretty
15 minutes of it.
It's pretty much how it is. Like they're like, hey, I could live the rest of my life like this, or I could be given great power if I just sign my soul over to the devil.
Okay, so it's like Sabrina, but
Yeah.
it isn't because no
Yeah.
one's real.
Exactly.
Woof.
Rough. But specifically, I just wanted to talk about, like, you know, Halloween stuff. What do you guys do for Halloween? Like, what do you... I avoid children.
Honestly,
John, that's no different from every other day of the year.
But you got me. I was very close to...
John,
putting
the anti-pedophile.
Yep.
okay.
I was really
Why
close
did
to...
you do that? Why did you do that?
I was really close to putting a pumpkin out. I was really close to putting a pumpkin out on my porch this year, and it just said go away. But
That would send the wrong message, though.
that would send the wrong message.
I bet you
Because I
should-
know I would get egged immediately.
Well,
Like,
if you
I
say
bet
go
you do,
away,
Jacob.
people are going to read that as don't go away, come to the door,
yeah,
which is the wrong message.
which is the wrong
The
message.
proper message is go away.
Still laughing.
You just had to do it to him, hey?
Yeah.
I really
I
did.
had to do it to him.
I really did.
Just had to do it to him.
I'm the fucking worst, man.
It's observant of you, Quinn, to call him out.
Yeah. Why did you do that?
You know what? Maybe 2 days in a row isn't good for you. maybe 2 podcast sessions in a row isn't
Yeah,
good for you.
For Halloween.
Shit all. I've really hated Halloween for a long time. I'm
What?
still
Really?
pretty indifferent to it. Like, I'm not one to dress up.
I think it's one of the more problematic holidays.
Yeah,
Not
absolutely.
even on like, well, no. In some ways, on like a high grade level with all the cultural appropriation.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean,
yeah,
also
it's true.
the like, some of the more misogynistic aspects aren't great. Either.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, are you kidding me? I love being like a sexy something. Those are like my favorite things to do. Me and my friend, yeah, like I remember we would go to like Halloween parties with me and a couple of my friends, and they'd be like, "I'm gonna be a sexy bumblebee," and they would buy the sexy bumblebee costumes,
Nice.
and they would go to parties and they'd be like drinking a beer, and they would just be wearing like these super tight fucking. They'd just be like, "Yeah, all right."
Cool. I dig that.
Yeah, cool.
My parents had a good one too. My dad went as Jesus, and his my stepmother went as. She went as a Magnum condom. And I was just like, That's a weird combination. But it wasn't done as like a couples thing. It was just like, I got this whole
okay.
Well, that's the thing. Like, she bought that one as a joke, and then my dad never had one, so he borrowed my brother's, and my brother went as Jesus like last year, and then like he wore it, and I was like, this is a weird message. This is a weird.
I went to a Halloween party this past weekend, and I saw a guy. I thought he was dressed as Jesus, but then later on the night, I was relieved to find out he was dressed as the dude.
Oh,
no way.
Oh, hold on again. All right. When I was younger-ish, my family where we live is, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it's a nicer neighborhood. So
here or
yeah, over at my dad's house. It's a nicer neighborhood, but like that's where everyone be like, oh man, they give out full bars.
Yeah, that's the street. That's the street. They're like
they give out full bars.
Yeah,
they lay down a beat and then they
give out full bars. So we would like go. So I would like be sitting at my house, and then like all these fucking kids always would ring the doorbell, and I would just be like, I'm not going on door duty because I still hate children. I did then, I do now.
I don't mind kids. I hate trick-or-treaters.
Yeah?
They're
like
the worst.
I don't care.
I like them.
Remember that one time? I remember one time we went over to your house, Connor, and you were dressed as Slender Man. You were giving out candy.
That was my Halloween prime.
That was Halloween prime,
the
dude.
The kids were so scared.
Yeah,
and they would just stand there in the back of the driveway, and they'd act not. They're like, "Is that Slender? I'm not afraid of you," and I just stand there. I wouldn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't even move. You would just be like,
"I'm not afraid of you." No, I'm not. I'm really not afraid of you. Okay.
And then
I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of you. I just stand.
Well, there was a couple times where like we were even at the door. Like I would answer the door and like I'd give the kids candy or whatever, and you had like a long hallway in the old house, and you just have the lights off, so you'd be standing in the kitchen.
Yep.
So you would just see
if you looked in behind him to the back of the house, you could just see me standing there.
Yeah, you would just be barely seen standing there.
Oh, and then I got with some friends. Some friends drove me because I could not see through that morph suit very well. And then we went to another friend's house.
Oh.
I got out and stood in her driveway, and one of the guys called her, and I heard the shriek from outside. And you were like, "Oh god, no!"
Oh my god,
it's okay. I was like,
you're just like,
it's just me.
It's just me, Slender Man.
That was my prime. Now my current state is, I had there was a Halloween party I went to the weekend. Did not think about it being Halloween related. I was just going to a party, and then the day of I was like,
oh shit.
Oh wait.
Oh shit.
Halloween's coming up. Do I have to? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, so I reused an old one that's an old costume that's really bad and is just 3 numbers printed out on my chest. You know 404, page not found?
Oh yeah.
Well,
404 costume not found?
Extremely unknown fact is that in 1998, as an April Fool's joke, someone made the actual status code 418 defined as I am a teapot. So if you send a HTTP request and it comes back 418, it means the server is a teapot. So I put a 418 on me, and people said, "What are you?" I said, "I'm a teapot."
That's a very high level concept.
It's insanely high level. Don't think it's good though. Don't get that illusion. It sucks because it lands with a thud every time. I explain it like I did just then, and people still don't get it. No fault of their own. It's too dumb. But the worst thing is when I explain, they're like, "Yeah, I'm just not smart enough for that. You're just way too smart." And I was like,
"Oh, it's literally not that hard to grasp."
I was like, "This is
what a dunk." Like, I guess you're just too smart.
Like there's.
I'll go be a slutty nurse somewhere else.
I'm going for a few things. Lazy being the main one. Smart, not one of them.
Not one of them. If I was smart, I wouldn't reuse this fucking costume.
I never had like a killer costume.
No? You never had like a sick Halloween costume when you were a kid? No. Oh man, I rocked a ninja a couple years in a row. You kidding me?
I was never like really proud of any of my costumes.
I can't remember. I'm trying to think of like a costume that I had. I remember my friend Matt called out. he was being a lazy sack of shit, and he was like, I don't want to wear a fucking costume, and he had a big fucking black puffy coat, and it was like, you know, Newfoundland here, freezing on Halloween sometimes. Fucking half the time there's snow on the ground. And that was one of the years where it was like -5 out there. And he was wearing like that big puffy coat. Every fucking door we went to, be like, what are you dressed as? He's like, burnt marshmallow, I want the fucking Snickers.
That is pretty nice.
Oh my god.
The Michelin Man's evil twin.
Yeah, pretty much. He was just like, burnt marshmallow. I'm like,
Oh, one
can't
year,
fucking do that.
a long time ago, one year, there was a Campbell's chicken noodle soup commercial that was really popular, making the rounds.
Oh, I think I remember what one you're talking
And
about.
it creeped my sister out. So I dressed up as a can of chicken noodle soup for Halloween.
And you just
How did-
terrified the shit
how
out of
did it-
her?
Yeah.
Commercial of Campbell's soup.
It had lots of dancing noodles.
Oh,
At the
that's
time,
jarring.
I dunked on her for it, but I can kind of get it.
CGI was not great back then.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
Sure.
And the costume was good. Because it was not spooky. It was just
Would you walk around with like a can of soup?
no, it was like a Bristol board. But
Oh, you
around
just put
the
it
circle.
around.
Around
Oh my god.
Alright.
I think my favorite costume I did was a couple years ago. You guys probably won't even know what it is, so you probably won't appreciate it. But
Alright, you are talking to Connor, who just took 3 minutes to explain his costume. So.
yeah, no
yeah,
shame.
no. One year I went. Michaela went as Sonico, which is
Is that
Like
like
Sonic?
Is that like
No.
Sonic cereal?
no. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Is this an anime character?
Yeah, she went as like one of her favorite anime characters, and in the show she has like a manager who's just like this fucking.
So you went. I'm assuming
I went
Michaela
as
is
her
your
manager.
girlfriend?
Yeah,
As your girlfriend's
Oh.
manager.
yeah, but like
Misogyny!
no, but like see in the show she's like a model or whatever, and then like her manager is like this fucking dude who's like shit you not has like he has like bright orange Vegeta hair.
What is
Like-
Vegeta?
You say what? Amazing.
I thought that was like the most.
Oh, you gotta know that one, right?
It's probably the second.
You're just playing us, right?
No, I don't think he is.
I don't think.
If anyone was gonna not know who Vegeta is, it's Jake.
He had, basically had big spiky hair. Really big spiky hair.
anime. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, big huge spiky anime hair.
Vegeta,
Okay.
really?
We're gonna have a talk after this podcast.
We still haven't done the anime cast.
Oh my god, that's still gonna be a
We
thing.
just started at basics.
Yeah,
First
we got
principles.
baby's first steps. Sailor Moon Pokemon.
I could have put together that like, well, it was either like Vegeta is some kind of like gay or vagina kind of compound.
I mean, sure.
But like, if we were talking about anime and you were talking about hair, like I could put together big.
Yeah,
spiky hair.
okay. So
Oh, yeah.
basically, his hair.
I didn't know
is
if it was like specific character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
His-
outrageous.
his
like,
hair-
he has,
yeah,
he has
his
like
hair-
a cone of hair. Like
basically his
straight
hair
up.
is just big and spiky. But so he has like this big spiky orange hair, and he wears like a Hanya mask. It's like a demon mask, and you never see his face, and he just has a really deep voice. So anytime like she's doing like a model thing or whatever, and some of the photographers are like, hey, you know, maybe show a bit more skin. He just shows up behind them like,
What?
do you want to fucking try it?
That's kind of
Do you want
gross.
to fucking try it? It's really funny. So that's what we went as, and like he just wears like a suit with a little pink tie, and just followed around everywhere. And then we went to. No, I don't think we went to a convention like that, but if we did, it would have been fun because people would be like, "Can I get a picture?" And I'd just be like, "Hey, how's it going?" But yeah, that's the only costume I actually remember being super proud of.
Nice.
Come on, guys, say something. Pity laugh at least.
I'm just kind of mulling over like my opinions on like couple costumes.
I'm not really a huge fan of them,
They're
but
fine.
they're fine.
Like
Most
out
of
of
the
all
time.
the,
I gotta be honest, I feel the same way about them as I do about any costume. And that actually, no, in my experience, being in the couple costume is worse than watching someone else be in a couple costume.
Yeah.
There's so much work that goes into trying to pick a costume.
I think I was just so vehemently opposed to doing a couple's costume the last time I was in a relationship. It's just like, it was just stupid in my mind. But like looking back now, I was like that's kind of like like the really kind of small, stupid, important thing in your relationship, I guess. Like it's just the acknowledgement of like, hey, let's look stupid together for a little bit.
Yeah,
but
I think that
if it's like, I'm a slutty bunny and he's a hunter, like, I'm like, okay.
It's like,
I'm out on that.
Yeah. I remember, like, I seen the one that was making its rounds a while ago. It was, like, the girl was doing, like, filter and no filter. Which is, like, the girl's, like, filter, and she's just, you know, she's dolled up wearing, like, a fucking plaid jacket or whatever, and then no filter is the guy, and she just kind of looks just like her. But, like, you know, he has, like, a beard.
About their relationship.
Yeah, and I'm like...
I get some bigger issues.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a bit weird. Like...
I saw a guy dressed as the character select screen from MVC2.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I think my favorite costume I've seen, like, in a long-ass time, though, was probably the one I saw was making its rounds on Reddit a while ago. It was, like, this big story about this guy who lives in a... Basically lives in, like, a residential area near a college. So, it was Halloween, and, like, you know, anyone was coming by, they'd be like, yeah, we're gonna get fucking college students trick-or-treating, obviously. Like, we just know it's gonna happen. So, they got a knock at the door, and when they opened the door, there was another door. Like, a door right in front of their door, and all it said was, please knock. So then the people in the house were like, the fuck? And then they go to knock on the door, and then the people on the other side open that door, and they're all dressed as old ladies. And they're like, and they're looking at you in your house, and they're like, oh, what are you dressed up as? Oh, it's so cute. And they give you candy in the house. And I was like, oh my god!
That is outrageous!
I was like, that's so fucking funny. And then they would just go door to door like that. I was like, you're just reverse Halloweening. What are you doing?
That's high level.
Right? I was like, that's so fucking cool.
That's like higher level than 418.
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah,
I'll admit it.
I'll admit it.
Because, like, that's kind of just, like, completely reversing the order of Halloween.
Yeah.
Like, that's still a costume.
Yeah.
But that is not a costume.
What do you think of the age of, like, where you should stop trick-or-treating?
I stopped trick-or-treating in elementary school.
Yeah?
Seriously.
That seems early.
Wow, you're a bummer.
I was such a bummer.
Like, what do you mean by elementary school? Like, what grade? Like, 4?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think I stopped, like, grade 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I think I did, too.
Really?
I just
honestly.
definitely did in junior high.
I did.
think.
What?
I definitely did at least 1 year in junior.
No fucking way. I wouldn't.
I was just like, I don't like getting scared. Like, I was a big old bitch.
That's-
Well,
It's
that
just
was
the
not my
human
motivation for stopping.
No,
Jacob, that's just
seriously.
the human condition. I don't think anyone likes to get scared.
But, like, I was a big old bitch as a kid.
I think the reason I stopped mostly is because where I lived, there was, like... It sucked. There was no give. And all the candy sucked ass. Like,
Yeah.
no one fucking lived around that area, so there
I'm not
wasn't
a
really
huge fan
many
of
people doing
candy
it.
either.
Neither am I, but like I just.
But
kinda
you like fucking candy corn.
Fuck off! You know what? I'm gonna have another one.
John, it's a delicacy. You're not supposed to eat. I don't care.
I should have won.
Why are you?
I can quit whenever I want.
Why are you the way that you are?
John just threw a candy corn at me. I need that recorded on audio, so when the police find my body.
Seems here is a bullet right to the heart. Cordon off is found. Wasn't a bullet. It was a candy corn. Lodged right in the central artery.
Yeah. That's pretty much what they feel like you're eating now. Wow. You're just gonna instantly give you a heart attack.
All right. But yeah, no. But when do you think they should stop? Like Halloweening.
I don't care.
When you start masturbating.
I just said Halloweening and didn't think there was anything wrong with it, but it's actually
Honestly,
trick-or-treating.
That's a really good metric.
What?
When you start masturbating.
Oh. Where are you gonna get that good material, Jake? Come on, man.
Well, that's the thing is, but you're not trick-or-treating when you're going to parties.
You're masturbating.
What do you mean good material? I assume, what do you mean by good material?
What?
I mean, you're right. I think that is.
I mean,
I think you're right. I think you're just right. I don't think there's anything else to say about it. I think you're just right.
No, I think he's right.
I mean, yeah, alright.
Jacob started masturbating in grade 4. Like, we know that now.
That's a part of the lore.
That's in the lore now. It's in the canon.
Before the lore, this connected events, this happened, caused this. Also,
no, it's gonna be a whole tab, like, grade 4 in early life, and just be like, started masturbating.
All the characters' grade 4 experiences.
I'm kind of thinking now.
No, don't
actually
No, it's fine.
It's okay.
You can have that for your own fucking podcast, alright? I don't want to fucking...
Yeah. You can spend Halloween however you want, man, but like...
It's just as soon as you were like, nah, maybe. No. I don't want to know.
Oh god.
Jesus. Oh my god.
I honestly just pulled that out of the hat because like I was thinking like junior high, like grade 7. Some 12-year-olds are like, I like Santa Claus and rainbows.
Yeah, and then it just
some
takes that
12-year-olds
one-
are like, oh, I'm ready to fuck.
Yeah.
Right. So
See, now for me, dude, realistically though, like for me, when I was in like elementary school and all that shit, like it was great. Like I don't remember any like bad memories.
elementary
From
school
my
fucking
school?
sucked.
No, for me, like it was like I didn't have any real bad memories from like elementary school or whatever. It was really when I got to junior high where it was just like I really like all these things, and I got like, and all of the students in that school, because I was at K to 6, you knew all of them like practically your whole life at that point. And then you go to another school where all of these other students are coming from other schools. And they were all, taught differently, and they were all had different upbringings as well. And you get them all in there, and you're like, I like these things. And then they're just like, oh, I went out to the ton and shoved a cig up my ass. And I'm like, what? Wow!
John's voice
I had to grow up. Yeah. I had to, what the fuck? I went from like, I don't know, I went from doing the fucking popcorn dance in the music room to throwing a desk out a window. Like, it was a bad time.
I gotta admit, I had like the only good year in like all through public school for me. I'd
grade
say
4, I get it. Jeez.
no, not grade 4.
Jesus.
Grade 9.
There it is.
Grade 9.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, even in high school?
High school was kind of just a blur of like
I think
bad decisions, really good portions of my life, and then really bad portions of my life, and then it kind of just leveled out. and then I went
Stagnated
to-
out.
Yeah.
I really dug high school.
High school wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. And I don't want to say it was bad. It was kind of like it could have been better.
Yeah. I've said this before, but I really enjoyed grade 9 because I feel like I got that like eye-opening moment of like, oh my god, none of this fucking matters.
Oh.
Like, I had that moment in grade 9, and most people get that in like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, oh my god, none of this fucking matters. And I got that in grade 9 where I was like, holy shit, this is so good. Because I know everyone's trying so hard to be popular or cool, and I'm like, this is literally not going to matter in 3 years' time.
Mm-hmm.
None of this. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care anymore.
Well, grade 10, beginning of grade 10, I was still riding high from grade 9.
Mm.
And then, like, tail end of grade 10, I lost a family member. Then that kind of ruined
A lot.
most of grade 11.
Fair.
And then, like, grade 11, like, April, May, mostly when I, like, actually really started hanging out with you and, like, the music room crowd. Like, it was a huge P-Mulls. Grade 12 kind of leveled off, kind of dipped for a little bit because I still felt a little shitty from, like, grade 11. But then, like, I was like, oh, shit, I'm going to graduate soon. Hard P-Mulls.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, I peaked for a little bit, and then it just nosedived.
Mm.
Hard peak, little nosedive, and then,
Yeah,
it's kind of
good.
just...
I gotta admit, I think I really liked my grade 11 the most. Because it was just the most chill
Because
year.
that is like the sweet spot for a lot of people. Because like you don't have the fear of graduating, but
Yeah.
you're also not like the little bitch in grade 10.
Well, not even that.
Grade 11
Mostly,
was my favorite high school one.
yeah, mostly for me it was because I started in, and when I went in to do schooling, I did in grade 10 I did drama, And then when I went into level 2, my English grades and all that were so good, I could go in to do theater arts, which is a level 3 course, and I was level 2. So like, if I went in to do that, and like me and a couple other people who were in like level 2 at the time, we went in and did that course, and I was like, oh my god, like I feel pretty cool. Like I'm doing a level 3 course, and it's theater arts, but fuck it, whatever. I'm doing a level 3 course. Yeah. And my course load that year was like mostly electives, because I got a lot of my core classes out of the way and done. So I had like no fucking real exam courses. Most of them were just electives, and that was also the same year. Or was it? I think grade 11 was the same year I was doing Comtech, and that's when I did fuck all the whole year. So
of course.
I had like a free period almost every fucking day.
Yeah. Of course. Well, for us, like, I definitely know, for me, doing French, like, we were fucked.
Oh, yeah. You're fucked from
You're
birth.
fucked.
Well, you fucked from grade 7.
You're fucked from grade 7.
Which is really weird.
You did French immersion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you speak some French?
The 3 of us did.
I can.
Hey, John, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Can you speak
John,
some French right now?
honestly, do you really want to do this right now?
What? I'm just saying.
John,
Can you speak
lick my fucking
Extremely
taint.
not
Get the
cool.
fuck out of here.
Can you speak some fucking French for me right now? I'm
How
sorry.
about,
Okay,
if
here's
I
the-
speak French, you speak some Japanese.
Okay, fuck it. All right.
Have you ever
Go.
gone to a country where people speak another language, and you've had 6 years of education learning that language, all of your schooling was in that language, and then you go to speak one sentence to someone and they just reply in English?
All was for nothing.
It's a crushing moment.
Yeah.
It kind of like
I can imagine. I would be like, I hate myself.
it kind of
All was
actually
just for
hurts.
nothing.
Seriously, I went to Quebec, straight up asked people in French, and they were like, oh yeah, that's like 2 blocks north. I'm like,
Fuck. Gracias. Just switch on the fly.
thanks, man.
Don't know.
And just walk away.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
It is truly a crushing moment.
What I have also a hard time grappling with is how, at least for the first half, I was bought into it to the point where I encouraged younger people to get into it. So I was like,
Connor was drinking that Kool-Aid.
Not only
You
like, in
enabler.
it, I was in it and part of the problem. Like
Yeah.
I was ruining other people's
You
lives.
fucking enabler. How could you?
I think people should only learn another language once they really understand how one language works.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, minimum start learning.
You know, it becomes like exponentially more difficult to learn languages as you
But-
get older.
At the
Yeah.
counter end of that is either you learn 2 languages right away, or you don't.
I think it's fine. It's just something about. I mean, I don't want to go into the details of the curriculum or anything. but
You did a lot of French.
So-
I had a great education of French literature.
I could write French. I basically English and French exams by the end of it were the same. You just write essays in both languages. I could write and read French. Could not speak French.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really struggled with speaking. Translating, understanding, I could still do that today.
Yeah.
That's one thing I can't do. I mean, French is mostly just backwards anyway, isn't it?
No.
I mean,
What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean by
What
backwards?
the fuck did you just say?
it's mostly just backwards.
Yeah.
John.
Okay,
I know
so
what you mean, like,
yeah,
you
but what do you mean
John,
by
what
that?
the fuck do you mean backwards?
French is mostly just backwards, isn't it? Like,
Backwards
Yeah.
from what?
like you look at it and it's like it says like la whatever fucking word, and then it's just the fucking word again for the most part.
You mean jus de pomme?
Yeah, essentially.
Like apple juice?
Yeah, jus de pomme. It's just like, oh, so pomme is apple, juice. So it's just like, oh, apple juice.
Okay, so you're saying like the order of nouns and
Yeah, it's just backwards.
adjectives.
Yeah, most of French is just fucking. It's like juice of apple. I'm
Okay,
like,
yeah,
that's
but
dumb.
you can, do you see we're just saying most of it is just backwards?
That's fair enough.
It's like saying all languages is just mouth farts.
It is. Absolutely.
But it's still an outrageous claim.
What?
If someone straight up looked at me and said, yeah, language is mouth farts.
I only know.
I would punch them in the taint.
I only know one fucking. Actually, no. I know 2 sentences in French, and that's it.
They're probably crude.
What the fuck? Actually, you know what? I didn't even think about it. Yeah, they are. I didn't even really think about it. The only one I know is because when I was in French
can we
class.
hear them? Can you speak?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, because I am a tour de force when it comes to the French language.
Hey,
That
that's
one
one right there.
Oh, see, look at that.
Fucking piece of shit, John.
You really fucking are.
No, when I was in French class in junior high, they were like, you can't do anything in this class unless you speak to me in French, and I'm like, oh fuck, I
Which
gotta
is a terrible system, by the
It
way.
is a terrible
Truly.
system.
Truly terrible.
So don't you worry, guys and gals. The first thing I learned was est-ce que je peux aller aux toilettes? That's the first one.
That's
And
not-
then the second one was voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
Seriously?
Can you sleep with me tonight? I guess it works. Close enough. Don't know what you
I was a
got.
big fan of
kinda
Moulin
begging.
Rouge.
It's like the Community episode is like, please have sex.
But I
with me.
mean,
Yeah. That's the only two I know.
Oh, yeah.
Only two I know.
that'll get you by.
That'll get me by. You know what? If I ever visit France, the only things I need to know is where can I shit, where can I sleep, and can you sleep with me?
I
am scared.
Can we briefly address the borderline traumatic experience of being shoved into immersion at the beginning in grade 7?
Holy shit.
Yeah, that must be
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah, no, it's actually... I don't think I was old enough to process how miserable I was for a lot of that.
If anything, I guess that's good.
I think it broke the misery meters. I couldn't even detect how upset I was.
Yeah.
Well, the thing was, I just didn't give a shit with that. Like, obviously, I didn't want to get in trouble. As, like, again, I was a bitch ass kid.
Mm.
But with that, I was like, I don't know how to speak French, so I'm going to speak to you in English. If there's a problem with that, okay.
That's fair.
Like, and I got like 2 or 3 detentions for speaking English.
You have detentions for speaking English?
Straight up, I got 2 or 3.
What is this fucking... What the fuck kind of shit is
It
this?
was a totalitarian state, man.
That's fucked. Are you kidding me?
Well, we had a brutal science teacher in grade 7.
Holy
Do
shit.
you remember her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was the Antichrist.
God damn.
Yeah, one of them was from her, and then I think the other one was actually from her replacement after she went on maternity leave.
God damn.
I hope she died in childbirth.
Whoa.
Oh my
That's
God.
the spookiest thing you can think of.
Biggest spook of all. I just remember
She
sitting
was
there.
she was a wretched person. I am fully aware of how disgustingly horrible what I just said was, but she was a truly
Yeah.
horrible person.
There's a couple people you can think of in your life and you're just like, you know what?
You're truly horrible towards
What
children.
was wrong with you?
I remember the actual scenario, like the actual worst thing you can think of a teacher just yelling the same French thing at a bunch of 12-year-olds who don't know any French, expecting them to get it, only speaking French. Not like it would take them so long just to cave and say, okay, here's what it is in English. Now we'll do the French one.
What's
they wouldn't
weird
even,
is
they
that-
wouldn't even give you that. They're
What's
just
weird is that
yelling
near
in
the,
French at you until you understand.
Yeah.
Which weird is that near the end of the French program, it's almost the reversed, where it's like, this is the 3rd year we've been learning the same goddamn verb
Yeah,
tense.
they try to give up on you in high school and just keep
Yeah.
teaching the same. Well, it's a half they don't care and keep teaching the same thing, and half no one in the class cares and don't bother to retain it.
Or you get a French teacher that really loves French literature, and that's all you learn. And then you have like 5 minutes on verb tenses, and you're like, this is what would be beneficial to my French education.
I remember when
Not Cyrano de Bergerac.
When I started in high school, that was when they had the that weird thing where it was like, you have to do at least 1 year of French in here. You need 1 French credit, essentially. And I was just like, yeah. Because I graduated in 2012 and they were like, you need 1. And I'm like, I'm doing it in level 3. Because, like, fuck that. And then when I got to level 3, they were like, don't need to do it anymore. And I was like, yes!
Beat that system, John.
Fuck yeah! And it was fucked, actually, because, like,
Procrastination works.
you were a grade below me, right?
Yeah.
Because Connor was a grade below me, so he would be starting, and they're like, we're doing all this new curriculum. Here's a brand new fucking book. Here's a new fucking way we're gonna teach everything. And then, like, me, I was getting, like, this fucking shitty old biology book from, like, the 1980s.
Oh, we had that with math, though. We still had we were the last year of the old math, and then they would bring me into, like, tutor math, and I was just like, I don't
know this.
Well, I mean, I could figure it out, but I was like, this is weird.
Yeah. Like, everything I was doing, Connor was doing the new, better way to learn it, and I'm just like, fuck this.
Was it the better way to learn it?
I don't know.
Honestly, I look back at the way we were taught how to do a lot of stuff in junior high, and I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck, man?
I don't think I remember anything about junior high.
Which is good.
Did you
Like,
just,
in
like...
terms of the education system, I don't, like...
Oh, I thought you meant, like, in general. Did you just, like, block it all from your mind?
Is it all
most of it.
Yeah, did you just repress
Most
all
of it
that?
I think of, and I'm like, oh, wait, no, that was high school.
Oh.
Well, I mostly remember from like math. You had like fucking blocks and shit, and I was
I
like,
remember negative numbers busting my brain for a minute in grade 7.
oh yeah, straight up.
How can you
I
have
was
not
like,
a number?
A negative
What
times a
the
negative is positive.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, if you were actually gonna break that down now to someone that hasn't heard that before, how would you do it?
Mm.
Explain how two
Yeah.
negatives make a positive.
I remember when I was in when I think it was in like grade 3 or 4, we were doing like multiplication for the first time, and it was like this book, and every day we'd go to like the next one and be like, we're gonna do all the 3s and all the 4s and all the 5s and all this shit, and there was like a whole page of just like, all right, now times 3 by something, right? It's like times 3 by 1 by 2 by 3 by 4 by 5 by all the way up, and I remember one of the days we did 0. And I remember, you know goddamn well, there was an entire fucking page of 0 times 0, 0 times 1, 0 times 2, 0 times 3, 0 times 4, and I just looked at it, I was like...
I remember people would find that page at the beginning.
What were the
At the
answers?
beginning, they would find the
0.
0 page and be like, look, I'm so sick, I just did the whole page. From the math.
Well, I'm fucking done.
I'm killing it. Modern Einstein or some shit.
Yeah.
This wasn't as Halloweenish as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, well, I mean, what's more scary than...
Shitty teaching.
School.
That's like, lightning bolts right after out of school.
Yeah, that's what's really scary.
Yeah.
Thinking about yourself in junior high.
Yeah.
I was a truly reprehensible human.
Are you gonna
I
do
straight
that?
up bullied Quinn for like 2 years.
And I don't
Minimum.
remember any of it, so my mental health was great.
No,
Yeah.
seriously, can you please put in lightning bolts after I say
Hey, I'll
school?
put lightning bolts in
Okay.
after you say school.
Thanks.
I want you to just
Really
whisper.
appreciate it. Oh my god.
But yeah, like I think junior high is truly the pinnacle of human existence in a really fucked up way.
I mean, yeah.
'Cause, like,
I didn't think you bullied me in junior high. You've like me and you. I've always had that like vision of that friendship where it's like, hey, what's up? Go fuck yourself. Ah, not much. I hate you.
yeah, but like, you also know at this point now is like, I love you.
Yeah, I love you too, Betty.
Exactly. But to the people that I was basically doing that to, which was all of Quinn's extended friends, they now hate me. So,
I don't hate you.
well, in our grade.
It's our
Right.
peer group.
Our peer group, they're like, man, he's such an asshole. And granted, I said a lot of asshole things. And oftentimes, I don't think it was coming from a place of love, but a lot of the times when I was just trying to bag on him, like that kind of friendship, I guess we just didn't have that. And they were like, why is he so mean all the time?
Yeah.
And
There's nothing worse than having that kind of friendship and
Yeah.
then have one other person not reciprocating it.
Yeah.
Just be like, oh shit, I did not mean that, no.
that is all that my friendships were outside of school. Like, my brother's 5 years older than me. You know he was going to shit on me.
Oh, absolutely.
You know that was going to happen.
Yeah.
And then I had friends that were like a year older than me that like I played basketball with or I went to church with. So they were obviously going to bag on me because they were older.
Yeah.
That's just how that works.
Yeah,
And so I was
exactly.
kind of like, oh, I love all these guys, so I'm going to love all the friends in my grade. I'm going to ruin their fucking mental health and sort out for life. This will be great. Like that was what I did. And now Quinn's one of my closest friends, but like everybody else in our grade that like I hung around with, I don't really keep in contact.
Me neither.
That's it, man.
Sorry, lesson learned. Start
And like
fresh.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of like telling that people stick around that are important, and everybody else that's like, meh,
Yeah.
they'll be like,
That's one thing I've learned after being graduated for so long now.
Yeah.
It's just like, if they're making the effort to keep in touch, yeah.
Yeah.
And now there's circumstances of like, you know, oh, I'm super busy all the time. Oh, I work offshore. Or, oh, you know,
Mhm.
like that's fine. I understand that. Like,
and it's good to
people
have,
get busy. Life happens.
It's good to have friends that like you can hang out with them immediately and then pick up right where you were like in
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah.
But it's not like your friendship evolves. Like,
No.
that's what your friendship is, but it doesn't evolve from there.
Mm.
Right? And that's kind of what true friendship becomes. Like, it changes from, like, how you're friends in junior high, and then high school, and then in university.
Yeah. Then again, to be fair, the relationship me and my best friend have are literally like, if you saw us outside, you would think we fucking hate each other. Because we were like, half the time I would like talk to him and be like, you're a fucking idiot! Jesus Christ, how fucking dense are you? And then like we'll just be screaming at each other, and then like out of nowhere, be like, all right, I gotta go. Love you too.
But that's, to me, I don't know if this is telling of how I see relationships, but like that's totally normal. To
Yeah,
me.
absolutely.
I find it hilarious.
It is really fun.
Oh no, it's
I just
it's
find it
fucking
so
great.
funny.
Yeah.
Because if somebody else was to talk to Quinn like that, or like any of you, I'd be like, hey, fuck you, fucking land, fucking walking piece of shit.
What the fuck?
I just remembered a meme of like a really aggressive looking manatee.
Hold on, an aggressive looking manatee?
Looking manatee. I'm gonna.
I didn't even think that was possible.
Right now, it's probably one of the greatest
Well,
pictures.
that's the thing is, like, I saw a tweet that was like, me tries to buy tickets for an evening show, and they're like, sorry, we're sold out of evening tickets, but we have a lot of good matinee showings. It's like, I don't care how many sexy seats and seat counts you have.
Here it is.
Damn, nice.
Yeah, and come in here and say that again. I'll fuck your shit up, dry boy, leg having ass land bitch.
Holy shit, that is an angry ass manatee.
It's not a manatee.
It's also not a manatee.
Whatever.
It's a beluga whale.
Is it a beluga whale?
Yes.
I'm pretty confident that's not a manatee.
No, it's definitely blue.
That's definitely a beluga
You're right. You're
whale.
totally right. A weird ass looking
Moral,
dwelling.
you know
piece of
what?
shit.
You know what? To end this podcast, moral of the story, Jacob, pick up a fucking book, alright?
Jacob clearly did not retain anything from junior high. Doesn't even know what a fucking manatee
Then
looks
again,
like.
to be real,
That's also in the lore.
to be real, Jacob started masturbating in grade 4 and he doesn't know what a manatee is. Hi, my name is Jacob. I started masturbating in grade 4 and I don't know what a manatee is.
That's one of the greatest character descriptions I've ever heard.
That'd be such an off-putting Tinder profile. I started talking to this dude on Tinder. Manatee is.
The first thing he sends is just a
Just know
picture
what
of a beluga
afternoon
whale.
showing
What
is.
is this?
See, I don't think he knows what an afternoon showing is.
You only match with other people who say they're marine biologists. What is this?
Please help!
God. Oh God. Let's end this. This is
What a truly wretched podcast.
the scariest thing I can think of is this podcast.
Our past 3 episodes have been way more Halloween
Yeah.
than this.
Mhm.
Yeah, like last week it was like deep cut on
Yeah.
ethical principles of horror.
Yeah, and then
And now it's like, beating off grade 4 manatees.
and then we had like the first episode this month was like, ooh, we're gonna watch Alien, and then we came back and we're like, we watched Alien.
Yeah. We've been really killing it this month until now.
Yeah, you know what?
But you know what? That's par for course. That's
Yeah. That's
realistically.
pretty much what happened.
Ups and downs. You never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, life happens.
I mean,
And that's the
we could know
scariest
what's gonna
thing.
happen. We could be
It's my
claiming
least favorite phrase
Yeah.
of all time.
Life happens.
Life happens. Every time someone says life happens, my ears hate themselves.
Life happens, and that's the scariest thing.
I roll with things are happening all the time.
Boo.
Do you want more lightning bolts?
Yeah, okay, yeah, do that. Now you're an hour closer to your weekend, and you got a little boo.
Yeah.
And lightning bolts. Put the lightning bolts in again.
Okay.
There
If you honestly made it this far, congrats.
You deserve a free ice cream cone at Dairy Queen. Go in there, they'll give you one.
Tell them the weekend fangs.
show them the video in your history with the little red line at the bottom all the way to the end, and
Like,
they'll be
oh,
like,
this-
"Oh fuck, all right,
This guy earned it.
that is a free Dairy Queen cone,
Soft serve
cone,
cone,
soft
yeah.
serve,
Soft serve
not a
cone.
Blizzard. We're not made of money here on the
No.
Weekend Fan Club. We only use soft serve. It's only a small soft serve, and it's only at certain locations. It's at the one here in Mount Pearl.
Yeah. Wait, which one? Like the one,
The one here in Mount Pearl.
like on Topsail, or the one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, the one on Topsail.
Yeah, that one.
Topsail Road.
Topsail Road.
Go to Topsail
So we
Road.
repeat, do actually do this. It'll go over great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do
We'll
it.
give you the
When you
free
walk
ice
up there, laugh about that time that Jacob said he started masturbating in grade 4 to a manatee.
cream. Yeah. Definitely,
Okay!
definitely bring that up. It'll go over great.
Yeah, it'll go over great. And you know what? Maybe they'll laugh so hard they'll give you a blizzard.
Yeah.
I didn't masturbate to manatees! That is outrageous!
Goodbye, everyone.
Halloween! You're
Happy
now close to your
Halloween.
Halloween! You're now closer to your Halloween?
No, you're not.
You're still an hour closer to your weekend,
You
but
lost-
this week has Halloween in it.
There's an hour of your life you can't get back now.
Yeah, exactly.
You're welcome and thank you. Good night.
Bye!